All right, I am standing in one of the top rated schools in Shelby County. But what I'm about to do is take you to see a really great house. But the reason we started here is because the neighborhood is right there, walking distance from Helena High School. And you know what? Not only that, there's a walking trail that'll take you to the high school, the middle school, and even give you access to the elementary school. And on top of that, I got one more nugget for you before we get to that house. You know, affordability is an issue in this market, but we're under $300,000 for a 3-bedroom house. So I'm gonna take you and let you check out the trail, then we're gonna check out the house. And while you're at it, I'm gonna introduce you to my camera guy. That's Mr. Tyler Darden right here. You may hear him talking on these videos and giving his input from time to time, so don't be surprised if you hear voice number 2. Let's get it. All right, so that trail I promised you, we are on it. This is called the Hillsborough Trail. Why is it called Hillsborough? Because there's another string of neighborhoods called Hillsborough out here, and they originally built this trail, but it also goes to the neighborhood where our home is for sale in Old Cahaba. If you go that way down the trail, then what you'll find is the elementary school, and you cut a little bit through the Hillsborough neighborhood, but it's still just a straight walk to the elementary school, and there's access to it. And if you go this way, you're gonna go to Old Cahaba, you're gonna go to the middle school, you're gonna go to the high school, and it cuts through right where there's a new development in Helena, and they're building a new city hall, some shops, and several other things. So the trail walks you straight through all of that. So what's next? Let's go show you that house for sale. Come on.
Whoa, wait. We haven't told about the house yet.
Oh, my bad. I guess you do want to know a little bit about the house. Well, listen, guess what? We are in Old Cahaba. We're on a very quiet street in Old Cahaba. And if you know anything about this neighborhood, that's a big deal. Not a lot of traffic, very private. And guess what? We got some new paint, painted the kitchen cabinets, wide open spaces. We got a beautiful private backyard and 1,400 square feet listed at, guess what? $285,000. We're in the affordability zone. The only thing left is for you to come get it. But first, let's go see it. Come on. All right, so I promised you I would show you this house. I promised you some wide open spaces, and I promised you a little neighborhood knowledge while we're working it. So there's your wide open spaces with those big soaring ceilings. You got a nice great room, fireplace, hardwoods. The kitchen is not open to the great room like you like to see in a lot of these more modern plans. However, you do have this nice little cutout right here. So if you need to order some food, or talk to your husband or wife while they're doing the dishes, or talk to somebody in the living room, it's right here, you know? Okay, all right, so let's go through and take a cruise of this. First of all, when you're living in Old Cahaba, the main thing is I showed you the walking trails. I showed you got access to the schools. I showed you, what else did I show them? The high school. I showed you the high school, which is pretty nice. And I promise we don't have ghosts. It's just the wind opened the door. So that's a sign that we're gonna go check out the outside, all right? So a lot of times in Old Cahaba, what you'll find is you don't have a super private backyard. And while this one does have a house behind it, and the house guy needs to fix his fence, and we'll work on that for you if you buy it, we'll ask him to get it squared away. However, it's still private because of the way it sits, which is nice. So you're not sitting staring at your neighbor, they're not staring at you, everything looks good. And you got a fenced in backyard, so you got them pups, you got them kids, you got them toddlers, cats, whatever. Then you got a fenced yard to house them in. So come on in and let's see the rest of this house. So it comes with a nice galley kitchen, stainless fridge. Move-in ready is what we're looking for, and by the time we hit the market tomorrow, there's going to be a few things going on. One of them being that there's going to, some of this paint dust from the new paint is going to be picked up, because painters are great at painting. Sometimes they're not the best at cleaning up, and so we're going to bring them back. However, you walk in here, you see bright colors, you got that smell of fresh paint, and you got 3 nice sized bedrooms. You got a bedroom here, here, you got a hall bath to serve those, and then you roll into the master. And again, pay attention to the detail. You got some really, really nice tray ceilings. And then when you roll into the master bath, you got that double vanity, that soaking tub, and that shower. I'm not going back out. We're in Alabama. It's 100. So that is a grand tour of the house. Well, that didn't take long, and it's with it being 1,400 square feet, what you did get is just a glimpse of what it's like to live here. And what I mean by that is just a lot of conveniences, great schools, great community for kids, great neighbors, private street. Again, fresh paint, all the things you need to move right in, because in today's market, you don't want to move in and spend money. It's hard enough just to get a house in this market. So you move right into this one. All you got to do is hang out on your couch, do your thing. So the only thing next for you to do is Subscribe if you like this video, because that helps us out a ton. And in addition to doing that subscribe thing, more than that, we'd love to sell you this house. Obviously, I'm Gene Darden, 205-426-1113. My man Ty is back there behind the camera. We are both licensed real estate agents, and we would love to serve you. And that's all I got to say. Peace out. What?
Would you say that this is a good home for a first-time buyer?
I think this is a perfect home for a first-time home buyer. There's several initiatives out there in the mortgage world that can help you with that. That's a great ask. And part of those initiatives are you can do rate buy downs, and there's some other advantageous things that you can get as a first-time buyer. So don't be afraid to ask, what can you do for me as a first-time buyer, Mr. Lender, if you're going to get a loan to buy this house? What else you got?
Is this high soaring ceiling kind of a theme for Old Cahaba home, or is this?
So Old Cahaba's got several sectors, and this is in the first sector of Old Cahaba. So when they built these, soaring ceilings were something you really wanted. And they were just coming around to getting into the open floor plan piece of things. And so you kind of see how they got halfway there with that, and it's just a sign of the times. It's really good though, because in a house like this with those soaring ceilings, it really, really makes you feel like you've got a lot of space and can stretch out and not be all cramped. So it gives you a nice feel.
Awesome. And do you think these hardwoods are coming back in style?
Well, they are. So, you know, we were like straight up, just dark hardwoods, wide plank, some of that, but I'm starting to see a lot of bright white colors, and instead of offsetting those bright white colors, we're seeing a little bit more blonde on the hardwood. So if you like blondes, you'll like these hardwood floors.
Awesome. And if y'all have any more questions, be sure to drop them in the comments and we'll get them answered.
All right, peace out.